be in a place where my knees won't wax the thing.
Just cut them off.
If only.
You could be Lieutenant Dan for Halloween.
Who is that?
It's from Forrest Gump, Lieutenant Dan.
Oh, I've never seen Forrest Gump. I have been to the bench, the alleged bench, which isn't actually the real bench because the real bench is in a museum.
Okay.
But they have a bench at that park.
Okay.
That my husband made me take a picture of him on. And it was really embarrassing.
Did he have a box of chocolates?
No, he was just sitting there like he does, just staring straight forward. And I'm like, you're kind of lame. And I'm ashamed that I'm taking this picture of you.
I'm ashamed to be married to you.
You're embarrassing me.
Yeah.
Oh, my eye.
That's why I got one that doesn't go out in public.
Yeah, get you a husband that you can't leave the house with.
I can leave the house, just I don't take him with me.
Yeah, but then you're also very, you have extreme social anxiety.
Me?
Yeah.
I leave the house all the time.
Every time you come up here, like, can you go to Walgreens with me?
Just because I like to do
Can
things
you go get
with you.
smoothies with? We do things together, like, literally once a week.
We sit in your house. Can we go to Pop Shelf?
What is that? Oh, wait, what is that? Is that $5 store?
That's Five Below. Pop Shelf? I don't know, but it looks cool and I want to
think
go
it's
there.
like Five Below.
I want to go.
Why?
I don't know. Because I want to go look at stuff.
I just spent $200 at Aldi today. So I am tapped out.
Oh, wow. I'm proud of you, though. I went to Target
Why?
and only spent $128.
That is surprising because
Yeah.
I
And I
cannot
got
leave Target
groceries.
without spending $300.
And baby clothes.
Who gets groceries at Target?
That's where I was and I needed groceries.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw you were in and I was like, what is she doing in
Why are you tracking me so much? Do you do this every day?
You like to hang out with me? I like to know where you are at all times.
Okay. That's fine. Honestly, it just makes me feel safe.
It's safe. No, I can't remember why I pulled it up. I think I accidentally hit the Find My Friends thing and then it just, oh no. When I go to text you, like when I had texted you this morning, it said you were in at the top of the messages thing.
Yes.
And I was like, what the fuck is she? Tamara, I've just said it 17,000 times and now we have to put millions of bleeps in. Maybe we can just take that whole part out. Oh my God. Why did you stop me the first time I said it? Then you let me say it another 6 times?
I was thinking it, but then
You're just like, let's see how many
then I forgot
times
I
she
have
can
to
tell the world where I live.
edit this episode.
Why didn't you stop me? I'm out of it.
Yeah, me too. This is weird. I haven't seen you since October 1st. And it's October 26th. It's almost Halloween.
Oops.
We took a hiatus.
We took a break. Well, I took a mini vacay.
I had
And
to
then
sneeze. Hold on. I have to get in position.
Tamara had a baby.
No.
Well, she didn't have her baby, but she has one growing inside of her, which is rough. It's taking a lot out of her.
Yeah.
She can't focus on writing a story. Probably because she's written all the stories for the last 2 months.
Yeah.
And she's just tapped out. Stop it with that accent, please, God.
Also, I'm having a boy.
Oh, did we not announce that on the podcast?
Nope.
Oh my God. She's having a boy.
Yeah. And he'll be a junior.
What does that mean? Oh, no. You're naming him Rich?
Richard. But I'm going to call him RJ. He's RJ.
Oh.
Richard Jr.
Okay.
RJ.
All right. I'll allow. What's his middle name?
Paul.
His middle name's not Junior, right? Okay. Richard Jr. Paul.
No, Richard Paul.
Richard.
My last name, Jr.
Oh!
Richard Paul blah blah Jr.
It's not Richard Jr. Paul.
Nope.
How do juniors work? I don't get it.
It's the very end.
Can we make him an Esquire? That sounds very fancy.
We can, but
I don't know what Esquire means. I think it's actually a lawyer.
Yeah. Something like that.
Well, they do have Boss Baby, so maybe next he could be Lawyer Baby.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
fighting.
Someone's got to make some money.
Someone's got to be fighting for the Tyson Corporation.
For them?
I don't know.
Against them?
I don't really know.
Okay.
Big chicken.
Yeah.
Big chicken is bad. But
I really want chicken.
It tastes so good. I do too. They're just good all the way around. But you have to handle the death. Like, what if one of them dies? Do you eat it?
No. No.
You're not going to eat it? It's a chicken.
It.
It's a perfectly good chicken. It's free chicken breast.
No, because it's dead. It's literally decomposing. Why did it die?
Okay. That's fair. Do they not die of natural causes? I feel like if it just drops dead of like old age, it's good to eat. Maybe. I don't know anything about chickens.
I've never eaten one of my chickens. The raccoons ate them.
Alive?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought they just like garbage. That's really sad.
Yeah. It's,
the
food chain.
Circle of life.
Ariel. The human world. It's a mess.
What's this? Oh, Tamara. I'm sorry. I have to tell you something. You're going to be so proud of me.
Okay.
I finally sat down and watched Wednesday.
Okay. The series on Netflix?
Yes.
Okay.
Wasn't that the thing you were telling me to watch for like a million years?
I don't know. Maybe. Piranha, schools, mermaids.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
You know what? I was like fully I had just come off of watching Beetlejuice, and I was like, Jenna Ortega gets typecast in everything. She's the broody goth girl and everything she does, blah, 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 blah. And I thought it was just going to be like the same fucking thing. But you know what? It works for her. And good for her.
She's beautiful.
She is beautiful. And
her lipstick color?
It is snatched.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a fun watch. I was literally sitting there just like, ooh, look at the spooky guy.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? The Hyde? The monster?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was good.
Never guessed that I probably shouldn't spoil it if there's anybody out there that hasn't watched it. I mean, it came out like a year ago, right?
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it by now, never guessed that it was Tyler. You can cut that out if you want.
Well.
I'm Rel.
Oh. Whoops.
We are so out of practice.
I'm Tamara.
And this is Fearful Friends Podcast. Ah! So, why are these headphones so loud? We must have played with the buttons.
Yeah.
The kajigger. I just keep wanting to call it a kajigger.
I feel like that's racist.
Whoa.
It's not, but.
It's definitely not. Futurama said it.
How about thingamajigger?
I think that old lady in Futurama called her vagina a kajigger. My kajigger!
That's just. I
remember
can't
that?
handle that. No. I don't remember much from Futurama except for the non-existent 3 boobs and a t-shirt.
What's wrong with that?
I'm telling you,
it's
it's
non-existent.
In my mind, Layla has 3 boobs and she has an open t-shirt, but I swear to God, it's a Mandela effect.
No, she definitely wears a white tank top.
Mm-hmm.
And does she have 3 boobs?
No.
Have we had this conversation?
We literally have an episode named after this.
Oh, good. I was like, I'm having weird deja vu right now. Well, that makes sense.
What's going on in your life?
Nothing.
You had a birthday?
Yeah.
A while ago?
Yeah.
So we haven't recorded in a while?
It was fun. I went dress shopping. She found the dress at the first shop we went to.
Oh,
it's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous.
You didn't poop anywhere?
I didn't poop anywhere. Oh, because I was supposed to have diarrhea that day? Yeah, no, it didn't happen.
That was just so that
I did have a really upset tummy, though, because I was on my period for my birthday. Thanks, body. Thanks, body. Like, every time something important or big or fun happens in my life, boop, there's your period. Have a good time.
Sorry.
It's okay. I was just, like, on Advil the whole time. And, like, the whole bridal shop that we went to was, like, it was, like, a boutique. Fancy. Real classy. And everything was white. And here I am. I'm just like wearing real thin pants and no underwear. Oh no, I was wearing a dress with no underwear because I just needed the air flow. It was really hot that day. And I was like, well, guess I'll just sit on my sweater just in case.
Oh, I'm just going to stand here in the corner, everyone.
Well, I was going to stand, and then my future sister-in-law's mom, I was just like, I'm good. And she's like, no, we're going to get you a chair. And I was just like, no, please, I'm all right. I don't mind standing. I love just looking at everything. And she like walked away silently without saying anything. She comes back with a fucking chair from reception. And I'm just like, oh, God.
Take a hint, lady. Lady to lady.
White cushion chair.
Could you find me a red one?
Oh, those dresses, though. I was having serious FOMO. Way out of my price range, though. I know. I'm like, where were these at David's Bridal?
I know.
Oh, wait. They're $2,000 more than I wanted to spend.
My dress was $800.
Yeah, mine was around the same. I still can't believe that. Makes me sick to think we spent that much on something that we wear one time. And I put mine on 3 weeks ago and got glitter all over the house. It was not worth it. Still cleaning glitter out of Murphy's room.
Oh.
Just put it on so I could still fit into it and give it a spin. And then I go, back in the bag you go.
I like to just put mine on and then just like walk it over by Rich, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing?
It would be funny if you just like put it on and then like just started like cleaning
Vacuuming.
your house. Yeah. While you're wearing it. And you're just like, what? Sometimes I like to feel pretty.
Gotta get my uses out of it. I'm pretty sure there's still like leaves in the bottom of mine.
Yeah, mine is covered. Like the bottom of mine is covered in dirt and mud from like when we had to go take pictures and it was all rainy and shit.
Yeah, stories.
Oh, the good old days.
Memories.
I never got mine clean. Did you get yours clean?
No.
Okay. That seems like a waste of money for something I'm probably never gonna wear again. Oh my God, she's still in here and I totally forgot. Again. You okay?
She is the dog.
Oh, yes. My baby. My infant. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Do you have any more news for me? Stop breathing into the microphone.
What's that?
Oh, that's the dress that I bought for the wedding.
Oh, okay. It's black.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right.
I have a picture of it on me. I was very nervous about it because I bought it on Amazon and it took forever to get here because it's straight from China. And I was like, wow, it's never going to fit me.
Have you seen the Temu wedding dresses that people
No.
love it?
Is it worth it?
Sometimes, and sometimes it's
Sometimes not.
just entertaining.
Well, this looks like really nice in person, but in pictures it looks like I'm wearing a garbage bag because it's like shiny.
No, it's so pretty.
I feel like I was wrapped in a like black garbage bag.
No, that's so
And I
perfect
definitely
on you.
need to get the bottom hemmed. Is the bat necklace too much for a wedding? I can put on a normal necklace.
Maybe.
Okay.
But it has to be black like that.
Okay.
And it has to sit right in your bosom like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about getting some black Mary Jane shoes. I can't wear any heels because I will fall over.
Mary Jane?
Yeah, like the velvety ones.
I hate that. But you're gorgeous.
Thank you.
This dress is like annoyingly perfect on you. Can you stop that?
Oh my God. Thank you so much. I was making that weird face because I was like, I don't know how to pose. Also, that little slit in the leg goes well past my vagina. So like if I like want to pose for pictures, I have to like actually find the slit and like open it a little bit and like stick my leg out. But then I was just like, wow, I'm gonna have to like wear shorts or something underneath this because I just flashed the whole world my vagina just now.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
want to buy a watch? So that was fun. And I'm glad I don't have to worry about it. But I need to find someone that can hem a dress. Because the whole point of buying a dress on Amazon was I didn't want to spend a lot of money. So I am not taking it to alterations.
I feel like you can hem it.
I don't have like a sewing machine.
You can just do it. I have faith in you.
I do not have faith in myself.
Black is very forgiving. You can do it.
I can watch some YouTube videos.
Just literally just like pin it around at the right size. And then flip it inside out, and just take
You make it sound so easy. Do you want to do it for me?
No.
What about Velcro?
They do have the iron-on hemming stuff.
That's a thing?
Mhm.
Okay. I'll look into that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Because I don't want to spend $200 getting a $60 dress altered.
It's just one layer. It'll be simple.
Yeah. Right on.
That's been sewing talk.
With Rel and Tamara.
Down on the prairie.
Getting rural with it.
I hope you have a story. Because I'm about to take my shirt off.
Why are you wearing a sweater? You know this room gets hot.
You know, I bought this at the beginning of my pregnancy thinking like, oh, this will be so cute.
Yeah, it's got that little slit for extra room.
And like, it'll just hang off my... No, it doesn't fit me already. So
it fits you fine. It's literally baggy.
It doesn't sit right the way I thought it... I don't know.
You thought it'd be longer? Yeah, maternity stuff does need to be longer. Especially like in the front.
Yeah, this is just like plain. I don't like maternity stuff. I don't like it. I don't know. Just nothing is right. Nothing's correct. Everything is fucking like large or extra large or extra large.
Because people get big.
It drives me crazy and I can't find anything that'll fit me, and I've returned so many fucking things.
And
every time I get a package in the mail, Rich is like, oh, you ordered another thing from Amazon. And I'm like, yeah, but I've returned every single one of these. Stop making fun of me.
Stop making fun of me. I'm pregnant. Maybe you need to actually go to a store and try things on.
That's so expensive.
Oh, like actual maternity stores? Target has a maternity section, don't they?
I walked by their maternity section today, and there was just like one lady, like one, what's it called? A fake human?
Mannequin?
A mannequin. Fake. Wearing a crop top and a skirt that like came up over the belly, and I hate anything over the belly. Also, I just need like work pants.
Yeah.
And then
Some
it was
of my
just
favorite
like
work pants that I ever bought were maternity pants.
And then it's just like underwear and bras, and I'm like,
oh, that's it for their maternity section? They need to step up.
Like
talk about inclusiveness.
I'm just gonna start wearing pajama pants because I have a pair of black pajama pants that have pockets in them.
Those linen ones?
Kinda, yeah.
Are those pajama pants? I feel like I've seen like rich people wear them when they go out for coffee, and they're just like, oh, it's breezy linen. Ah. That's exactly what they sound like.
I just have like a thing, like even just having these over my stomach, I don't like anything touching my upper
especially
stomach.
Since like you probably get so much worse like acid reflux when you're pregnant, and it's just like pushing all the GERD back up your throat.
Mm-hmm. So I think maybe just like some yoga pants, like wide leg yoga pants are coming back. I can just pretend that those are work pants. They're black. No one's going to know the difference.
What about a dress? Those are forgiving.
Yeah, but then I have to shave my legs, which means Rich
has
long
to dress.
Oh, okay.
Like floor length?
To work?
I see everybody wearing those. Yes, you're pregnant. All you have to do is say, my regular clothes don't fit me right now. Okay?
That was going to be my excuse when I came in pajama pants.
Right, Regina.
Why am I Regina?
That's where that was from. My regular clothes don't fit me right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Now, why are you opening up Instagram Reel? That's not where your story is.
Where
is my story?
Is your story scary?
Here's the thing. I was like, I gotta come back. I gotta bring it. We're going murder. We're gonna have a Halloween murder. And then I didn't actually read the story. I just like got to typing away like as I was like learning about it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know how it ended. And I was like, that's kind of boring. But then I was already too far to back out and start a new story. So here we are.
Yeah, I mean,
mediocre comeback.
Listen, every time I'm like, okay, we're going to do something simple. And then I literally was like,
yeah, what did you say you were Googling the other day? The Whiskey Rebellion or some bullshit?
I was like, this is the fucking opposite of simple, Tamara. What are you doing?
So, like, history driven. There's so many projects I want to work on that are, like, so, like, history heavy that I'm just like, oh, I'll fall asleep while I'm telling it.
Well, I'm trying to steal this one from you because I know.
Which one?
I'm not telling you.
You're going to steal it from me?
Yeah.
Is it
I know
I'm
it's something that
interested
you're
in?
going to want to do.
Is it on my list already? If I show you my list of potentials?
Yeah. Let me see.
I will, because now I'm curious. Oh, wait, no, but then it'll ruin the surprise for you.
You think I'm going to be able to remember that?
You know what? You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. I just keep adding to the list.
Is it all true crime?
No.
Okay.
Most of it's true crime, and that's why there's so many of them. True crime is hard. Wow. Any names you recognize?
Yeah, but I'm going fast. Nope, it's not on there.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I found it finally. It didn't have a name.
Okay.
All right, everybody. So today, for the Halloween season, we are going to talk about the trick-or-treat murder of Peter Fabiano.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Our man, Peter, was a former truck driver working and living in New York in the 1940s.
Oh, God.
I'm so sorry. It was here that he met Betty, his future wife. She had recently been divorced, and she had 2 kids from her previous marriage. Sorry, my knees.
The ghost are hitting the microphone with your knee.
They're just forcing it upon me. It's rape. So yeah, she had 2 kids from a previous marriage, but the couple still hit it off. Peter and Betty dated for a while before marrying, and then they ended up moving to Los Angeles in 1956, where they opened up a beauty salon, which is like a super cute career change for Peter.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him. Good for him. Find your passion. It must have been fated because the salon was so successful, they were quickly able to open a second location, like within the first year. Halloween night, 1957, 1 year later. Betty, Peter, and their teenage stepdaughter, Judy, are home and they're winding down for the night.
Judy.
Everyone back then was named Judy.
Fucking
and Betty
name.
and Peter. The trick-or-treaters on the street have dwindled down to almost nothing, and they all decided to head to bed. So around 11 o'clock, the doorbell rings. And like anyone would, it's like, okay, trick-or-treaters must be. So Betty looks at Peter like, no, we are not doing this. Do not answer that door. Like, it's fucking 11 o'clock at night. I'm trying to sleep, ho. But Peter, he was like a Halloween queen like myself. And he was just like, we've got a little bit of extra candy. She kept telling him, no, we're out of candy. It's over. And he's just like, no, we can do this.
No, we can give away
I'll
our
give it
candy.
to my private stash. I'll dip into it for them. So Betty stayed in bed and Peter gets up to go answer the door. And she hears the door swing open. She hears him ask, isn't it a little late for this? And then she claims to hear 2 more voices talk back that she didn't recognize right off the bat, but she said that they sounded masculine, but like a man trying to sound female. And then right after that, she hears a loud pop, and she and Judy go running to the front door to see what that noise was. So
yeah,
that's
run towards the gunshots.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, like, you were scared of opening the door to trick-or-treaters. Now you're just like, oh, to the door! So, at the front door, they find Peter lying on his back just inside the door in a pool of blood. In a panic, Betty stays behind with Peter and sends Judy off to one of the neighbors' houses for help. And she ends up banging on the door of Bud Alper. Bud. What a cute first name.
I don't think so, but okay. He sounds a little annoying.
He was a cop
Okay.
for the LAPD, so that's not saying much. But, yeah, he worked for the LAPD, and within minutes, the Fabiano home was swarming with police. Do you know how many times it took me to spell the word swarming?
Probably less than me, though.
I don't know why. It was like, I was like, surely there's an O in that word. Swarming.
See, everyone, she is human.
I just stared at it for a really long time. Like, why does it keep telling me it's wrong?
I would say SWARMING.
That is how you spell it.
What?
I know. It's weird, right? It should have an O in it.
Yeah.
Maybe even a U. Swarm. Oh, Peter was actually found to be still alive when the cops arrived. But he was transported to Sun Valley Hospital, where he eventually passed away from the extensive blood loss caused by a single gunshot wound to the chest.
That's so horrible.
Yes. Especially on All Nights. All Hallows Night.
Well. All Hallows Night.
Sorry. Oh, back at the crime scene. Police start canvassing the neighborhood, and they interviewed a 15-year-old kid that had witnessed a car speed off through the neighborhood right around the time of the shooting. But he didn't have a description of the vehicle, so that tip didn't really go anywhere. Detectives dug through the scene for any evidence, but they came up empty-handed. There weren't any spent shells from the gun. Nothing had been taken from the home, despite the family having 2 successful salons. So you know they got shit in the house, you know? Probably a VCR. I don't know.
I was like what, scissors?
Like 40s. I got a brand new sewing machine. Like I am whatever I want.
Do you know how heavy sewing machines are?
I don't.
You can't just steal those.
That's fair.
Are
they heavy?
They're very, very heavy.
Do you have a sewing machine?
No, my mom has like 47 of them.
Really? Why?
Oh no, they're very heavy. She has one on a table, I think.
Maybe she has them scattered around the house so that she can use them as weapons. She has an intruder. She has one in every room.
Intruder can just trip over it? Or is she supposed to like climb up on a ladder and drop it like an anvil?
Sorry, Al. That would be kind of funny to watch. Because she probably couldn't lift it, right?
No.
She'd be like, just shove it off the side of the table.
John, come get this.
Get this machine
for me.
Oh, y'all better watch out, burglars. Where did I leave off? Sewing machines, right. So the police couldn't really come up with any motives or anyone who'd want to hurt Peter. So, robbery is off the table and fucking whatever else. There was also like a theory that it was gang related because I guess that was right around the time that
Crips and Bloods and
no,
Latin Kings.
No, not that kind of gang. I think it was more like mobby. I don't know.
So
I didn't
more
really
like
look
West
into
Side
that
Story
theory.
gangs.
Yes, they snapped and sang and threw sewing machines at each other. I forget the word that they used. It was gang something. Gang pool.
Gang pool.
It's definitely not a gangbang. That is something entirely different. So, no motives thus far. But
who did Peter piss off?
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you
a
name that Betty told the cops. Like, they went all around to, like, everyone. They were just like, nobody knows why Peter died. Should we ask his wife?
Right. Okay, yeah.
And she was just like, yes.
Wives are dumb, so.
There is this woman that has it out for Peter, specifically. And her name is Joan Rabble.
Okay.
Joan never hurt anybody, though.
I don't know.
Except that this one did.
Okay.
Joan was originally from...
Oh,
spoilers! Joan was originally from Philadelphia, and she was a successful writer and photographer who had moved to Los Angeles looking for work after a divorce. Also, 1950s, a lot of divorces happening, when I thought that was like fucking scandalous back then.
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of wild. I feel like it was scandalous even in the 90s when we were growing up. Like, I had friends whose parents were getting divorced, and it was just like, oh my God, their parents are getting divorced. Would you believe it?
Yeah, and they're moving.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, like, I couldn't imagine what it would be like in the 1950s. But basically, everyone in this story has been divorced at least once. So that's interesting. I guess you can do whatever you want when you have money. Woo! So, she met Peter and Betty when she walked into the salon to inquire about a job. And she and Betty became very close friends. Very close. So much so that when Peter and Betty hit a rough patch in their marriage, Betty actually moved in with Joan for a brief period.
They were fucking.
They were fucking! They were scissoring all night long. Probably. If that was a thing in the 50s, I don't know.
Sounds so exhausting.
It does. It sounds about as exhausting as 69ing.
Ugh. I'd never.
It's too much work.
Ugh.
I can't focus and then focus on somebody else.
No.
Lovemaking is very selfish. It's a very selfish act. I take what I want.
It's exhausting.
Okay, this is gross.
Like I have to work
my
all
siblings
day.
listen to this podcast, and I'm talking about my lovemaking. What happened? If you have to work all day?
Listen, I shouldn't have to work.
No, you should just take care of me.
You?
Only when I want it.
Okay.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Are we having a moment?
I just don't want to work and then also have to, like, take care of other people. I guess that's part of being a mom, though.
Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So I'm sorry I keep blowing into that. Sorry I'm breathing. I'm sorry.
You know, you're going to be sorry.
Oh, yeah.
When you
I have to edit this.
So her and Joan be fucking. Peter was not thrilled in the least about his wife moving in with this woman, especially since he claimed their relationship was quote-unquote abnormal.
Peter. Get over yourself, okay?
Well, it is the 50s, and everyone was super homophobic back then. Like, legit.
Okay, but there's a double standard, sir.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't act like you weren't excited.
Right.
Get over yourself.
Can I watch? So yeah, it turns out Joan and Betty had a bit of a fling, and Peter knew all about it. So he just kept trying to convince Betty to leave Joan and give him another chance. Just one more chance. And eventually she decides she wants to fight for her marriage. And she gets back together with Peter. But he's like, okay, but you have to stop seeing Joan. Like, cut the cord, cut the relationship off, never see her again. And Betty did it. She was like, okay, I love you, Peter. I'm sure that's what she said. Well, this obviously would royally piss off Joan. And she would basically tell everyone that she knew about how evil and vile her former employer was. And she just, sat there and simmered for a really long time with it. She just did not let it go.
She was heartbroken.
No, she's kind of a player from what it sounds like. It sounds like she's just fucking all kinds of people.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, she's telling everybody how much he sucks. And one of these people that she confided in was a woman named Goldine Pizer. Goldine, I know. Isn't that cute? They became fast friends.
Goldine.
I'm begging of you, please don't kill that man. Love.
Insane.
Love Dolly. Is that Dolly?
Yeah.
Good. I was just it's either Dolly or the Dixie Chicks.
They're called the Chicks now? That was racist.
That's what I said.
The Dixie Chicks.
That's what I said.
The Chicks.
Oh, they took out Dixie. Isn't that a place? I thought it was a city.
Something. No, that's Winn-Dixie.
That's a dog also.
Yeah.
Well, that's new. So now they're just the Chicks.
Yeah.
It's really lame.
Yeah. Like how Lady Antebellum's Lady A.
Oh, she changed her name too?
I think they changed her name, right? Is that just one person?
I don't know.
They just realized it was racist, I guess.
All of a sudden?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All of a sudden, they were just oh.
I'm sorry. You might...
Woo! I'll make sure to tell Matt not to come in. There you go.
There you go.
I definitely saw your nipple. That bra is not supportive at all.
Jolene.
It's Goldine.
Sorry, I had to take my shirt off.
Yeah, she did.
Well, I just took my arms out of the sleeves.
Yes. Goldine. That was going to really upset me if I didn't finish it.
Sorry.
Okay. So, yeah, they became fast friends after Goldine and her husband had divorced. That's for 3 different divorces now. It's a lot. So the
expensive.
The two gals would get together and gab over coffee in the mornings, where they just, talk and gossip. And it's in these conversations that Joan talked about Peter constantly and her recent heartbreak and the man that caused it. And it didn't take her long. It didn't take long for Joan to convince Goldine to help her out with her revenge plot.
So did Goldine work at the salon?
Goldine was actually like a medical assistant, I think. She didn't work with them at all. I think she just like met her somewhere randomly. Okay. I didn't look into it. But yeah, they didn't work together. Goldine had no idea who Peter and Betty were. Except for I think she met Goldine after Betty broke up with her. I don't really know.
Okay.
But there's a third person in the mix now. So, yeah. Back to the investigation ongoing. After Betty had mentioned Joan's name to the police, they brought her in for an interview where she described the couple as two of her closest friends. Rude. And then she gave the police the alibi that she was at home at the time of the murder, which was proven to be a lie because one of her friends came forward and told the police that Joan had borrowed her car that night and in fact was not at home.
Joan.
Tell better lies. I don't know. You could
set up an alibi.
I had diarrhea that night. Nobody's going to question that. I'm probably just going to be like, oh, a lady pooping? No. What? No. Ladies don't poop. So then when they asked about the car, she was just like, okay, you got me. But I only drove it around for 4 miles, which they were easily able to disprove by simply looking at the odometer. She in fact had driven about 37 miles. And which I'm just like, how did they find that out? Because did the person she borrowed it from keep really good track of where her odometer was at? Were they do you know what this odometer said before you lent it to her?
Right.
Yes, it was at 18,425 miles.
If I'm borrowing a car from someone and they check the odometer, I'm not getting in your car.
And I'm not going to be friends with you anymore, you cheap bitch.
No.
You charging me by the mile?
Right. Just in case you kill someone, I need to know what the odometer says.
What this car is doing. So, yeah, after all the little lies, just kept piling up, they arrested her and charged her with Peter's murder. She pled guilty, but was ordered to stand trial. And then days later, the police get another tip from one Goldine Pizer. She was desperate to clear her conscience and informed police, she didn't even know that Joan had been arrested. She just called police and was just like, I have information about the murder. My tummy hurts. That's probably what happened. She was just desperate to clear her conscience, and she informed police that she had been persuaded to kill Peter by Joan. She told them, quote, Joan told me he was an evil man and that he was mean to his wife and that he'd threatened Joan. I've always been the kind of person who's faithful to her friends. Joan was my friend. I'd known her for 4 years. I was so worried about her. She kept telling me about Peter Fabiano this, Peter Fabiano that. How much he hated her. I couldn't think any more. She almost had me under hypnotic spell. I've never hurt anyone, but I'd do anything for a friend. That last sentence creeps me the fuck out.
I'd never hurt anyone.
And then her eyes get big and wide and her head twists to the side.
Asked me to.
So, for 3 months, took them 3 months to plan this out. The woman plotted all the different ways they could take care of Peter. And in the end, they decided a gun would be the easiest and most efficient and also the most boring. I know
Come
that,
on,
like,
3
all
months?
murder is bad, but, like, I just find gun murders to be so lame.
Yeah.
Like, add some pizzazz if you're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, don't legally don't do
Right,
that.
yeah, like, we would
But,
never
like,
condone you.
You know, when I had started researching the story, had I known it was a gun murder, I probably would have picked something else. But then by this point, I was just like, a gun! I'm already halfway through. I just had to keep going. So, next time I'll read it through first.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good plan. So yeah, gun. And they ended up deciding on Halloween night because they would be easily able to disguise themselves without anyone questioning it. And so she ended up buying the gun on September 21st, 1957. And it was a .32 special revolver. And she told the man behind the counter that she needed it for home protection. Which he was just probably like,
ma'am, I didn't ask.
Bless your soul. Bless your heart. That's what they say. Maybe not in Los Angeles, though. They were probably just like, all right, get out. Whatever. You got your gun. Go.
Ma'am, I need your credit card.
Can I have your husband's credit card?
Right.
Well, historically, they had credit cards all the way into the prehistoric age, if you recall, from that great documentary, The Flintstones.
Oh.
Charge it!
I was like, where is she going with this?
When they have the rock slab.
Yeah.
Remember? Chase Slate? Get it? Get it!
Yeah, thanks.
That is funny. That is funny.
Documentary.
The Flintstones.
Oh, God,
all
you
you
so
need to
serious.
know about the prehistoric era.
Yes.
They drove cars with their feet.
Did you know there's like this long road that like leads up to the Grand Canyon? And
Is it called Flintstone Road?
No, but they have like this like Flintstone, like one of those like roadside attractions, and it's
Oh, really?
the Flintstones.
Aww. I like that. This might be a silly question. Are you actually recording? Oh, good. Cool. Wouldn't that be funny if we made it this far and you were just like, oh, fuck. Forgot to hit the button.
Whoops.
Well, I'm going to just keep going from where I left off. Oh, so on Halloween night, they were to put their plan into motion. Goldine told police everything. She told police that Joan came over to her house that night in the borrowed car, and that Joan had clothing for them to change into.
For her, them?
For them.
Okay.
Yeah, for them. Sorry. The clothing that she brought to change into, I'm like, it's Halloween. You could have done a lot of different things. Here's what she brought.
But also, if you're going with the Halloween thing, why are you doing it at 11 o'clock at night? Halloween's over.
Right. But like, listen to what she brought. What about this says Halloween? Blue jeans, khaki jackets, eye masks, maybe that, like a Batman mask, maybe. Makeup and red gloves. Are you even really dressing up?
No.
Like, just fucking, I don't know, like put on a clown costume or something. Jeez. So they changed and then at around 9, they headed over to the Fabiano house, and they just sat in the car and they waited until the lights went out. Which I'm like, okay, just like kind of rude. Like, wait for them to get snuggled up, and then you're just like, now go get the door.
Also, you're sitting there waiting for people to like see you and be like, why are these two?
Yeah, you're just sitting in front of a house for
People,
2 hours. Yeah. It's conspicuous. So yeah, they waited till the lights went out, and then that's when Goldine approached the front door, and she rang the bell, and she said that after Peter answered, he said to her, isn't it a little late for this? And that's when she said, no, and fired the gun once into his chest. Now, there was a little bit of like weirdness because in Betty's statement, she said she could hear 2 voices.
And they were masculine.
And they were masculine, like a man trying to sound like a female. But
were these
Joan
women...
was in the car. Joan stayed in the car. So it was just Goldine up at the door. And all Goldine says that she said was no. So I'm like, I wonder if Betty was involved at all.
And maybe they were a little masculine.
No. I don't know. But Betty never got charged with anything. Spoiler. What? Betty.
You see you next Tuesday.
Well, I don't know. Nothing was proven. She wasn't even, like, nobody even pointed the finger at her, but I'm like, that is strange that she said there were a couple voices, and then it was only one person that went to the door, and she was a female, and she was probably scared out of her mind, so she wasn't thinking to be like, no, I'm definitely a man. You know? It's kind of weird. Whatever.
With my red gloves.
I'm wearing red gloves and makeup. I just keep losing my spot. I'm so sorry. Now that the revenge plot was carried out, Goldine ran back to the car, and then they drove to Joan's friend's house. Sorry, Joan is a really hard word for me to say right now. They drove to Joan's friend's house to return the car, and then they just left it in the street, which is really fucking rude. If you're going to borrow my car, put it in the fucking driveway. Fuck's wrong with you? And then the ladies just like walked in separate directions, and Joan said to her, "Forget you ever saw me." Again, rude, because she like really liked you. You know? You will love us.
Forget you even know me.
You ever saw me. So after this, Goldine then ditched the gun in a storage locker at a local department store, which I thought was kind of weird. And what? I know, like, why are there storage lockers at a department store? Like the employee lockers? Like what?
And like why?
I don't know. Just somewhere to ditch it.
Like go throw it.
I'll throw it into a lake like everybody else.
Yeah.
God. Not thinking
Probably
straight.
had to spend money on that.
Probably. Yeah, rent a locker. Who knows? It was later recovered after an anonymous tip led police to its location, which I'm thinking, like, was it her? Like, it's not really anonymous. She's the one that called the police and told them everything. Like, it's not really anonymous, but whatever. So now Goldine and Joan are arrested, and Goldine was just super relieved to get it off her chest, but she eventually pleaded non-guilty by reason of insanity. Yes, Goldine. She claimed through the whole trial that she was just easily influenced, and that the only thought that she had while committing the murder is that she was saving her friend from an evil man.
No, her only thought was like, I'm gonna get in these pants.
Thither me. Yeah. But, that's not, like, really, like, insane. Like, being gullible does not make you insane. Just, like, kind of naive. Yeah. Like, I'm just easily influenced. I'm cuckoo, see?
I'm stupid.
Baby. Their attorneys were also trying to get the ladies leniency because they believed their homosexuality made them unfit to stand trial. Yeah. The 1950s of it all. You can
plead gay.
Yeah. I'm gay. I'm insane.
It couldn't have been my fault.
Jeez. So, yeah, that's wild. But Joan, through it all, continued to claim that she was innocent until March of 1958, when both of the ladies were just like, okay, fine, we give up. And they both pled guilty to second-degree murder charges, even though they had premeditated and sought this murder out for an entire 3 months. I mean, they bought the murder weapon, well, like a month in advance, like premeditation out the wazoo. But
that was for home protection.
We just need to get a conviction. Let's give them second-degree murder, to which both ladies were sentenced 5 years to life. It looks like they only served about 10. Which is cool for a cold-blooded murder that was, again, premeditated for 3 months. So, yeah, Goldine served under 10 years in prison, and by 1971, she was an officer with the Miracle Mile chapter of the Professional Women's Club.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I didn't look it up.
Okay.
But it sounds very, like... Sounds like a church organization of some sort.
The Miracle Mile.
The Miracle Mile. We help deformed babies. I don't know, like something like that. And then it's thought that Joan was released around the same time as Goldine, but there is literally no trace of her after her release. Nobody knows where she moved to. Nobody knows if she was even released. Nobody knows when she was released. And we don't know if she's probably dead by now, but it's kind of wild. Goldine remained in Los Angeles until her death at the age of 83. And then Peter's wife, Betty, she went on to live a full life with her kids, and she passed away in 1999 at the age of 81 with no suspicion cast upon her. But I cast suspicion upon Betty. And she can't do anything about it because she's dead. So I can say whatever I want. And that's my story.
I didn't think about that.
Maybe Joan was never reported on because Joan moved in with Betty. And she wouldn't let her leave the house. Because she was like, Then everyone will know I killed my husband.
Betty did have a boyfriend named Joe.
He liked to wear red shoes and white khakis. I don't know. What was the outfits I just said? Red gloves. And an eye mask. That's my comeback story.
Good. I thought you were gonna go with like the Halloween poison pixie stick one.
Oh, I actually thought about it. That is a hard one though.
Yeah,
a lot of dates, a lot of facts.
A lot of
still do it.
Bad
so
people
this
and
probably,
children die.
let's see. This won't come out before Halloween.
No, the day after.
Well, sorry to disappoint everyone. Disappointed myself. I hate gun violence. It's just so lame.
Yeah.
And I haven't made any more progress on my Halloween scary movies.
Oh my god, Ariel.
I know. What happened was I got stuck watching Wednesday.
That's Halloweeny.
Then I was reading a book for a really long time.
Ugh, boring. Get your life together.
And then Matt's just like, when I get home, you want to watch Dune? And I'm like, no. You know what I want to do? I want to watch a scary movie. Because it's hard to watch it by myself.
You should have just put a scary movie on, had it all queued up to play, and been like, all right, let's watch Dune.
I asked him if he wanted to watch the Terrifier series with me. I thought I might hook him on that because one of his favorite bands does like each of their albums is like they have a whole album based on like horror movies, and all the songs are like connected to a movie and stuff. Like they did a Pennywise the Clown one, they did a Friday the 13th and stuff like that. So they just released a song for the new Terrifier movie that came out. I guess it was in the movie, and I thought for sure I'd be able to hook him on that because I'm like, oh, your band is in it. You want to watch Terrifier with me? It's like super fucking gory though. It's like one thin line away from torture porn.
Okay.
And like I want to watch it. I've never seen any of the movies in the series, and I hear from everyone in the horror community that they just keep getting better with each new movie. There's 3 of them now. And I couldn't even get him on that. Even though he watched the music video, and it's literally like, it's just blood and gore everywhere. And I'm like, you can't handle the movie? You watched that music video just fine? You were fine? We could do this? And just like, oh, I think it might be too much for me.
That's exactly what it is.
He's just scared because like, there was like all that news coming out about people are just walking out of the movie theaters because it's too gory. And I'm just like, count me in. Sorry. Just whacking everything.
I think he's scared of you.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never underestimate a girl with an empty wine bottle.
Yeah. Rich won't watch anything scary because it's too much for him, even if he won't admit it.
I see Rich as the kind. I feel like he would be really scared about like exorcism movies.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That would like
Definitely.
fuck him up. Where me, I'm just like, they're kind of all the same. They're kind of all boring. But also found out, I think my sister-in-law have different. Me and my sister-in-law have different opinions on movies because she asked me about my opinions on like a bunch of horror movies on Netflix, and I was like, this one's trash, this one's good, this one's trash, this one's good, and she's just like, oh shit, I watched all those and I literally have all the opposite. I liked that one. Oh, you like that one? I hate that one. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah. No, I had Harry Potter, the first one on, and
oh my god, did he say it was too scary?
when that he wouldn't watch it, first of all.
The 3-headed dog.
The 3-headed dog. He was standing over the couch, just like, not watching it.
Yeah.
And then he left.
Dog not supposed to have 3 heads. The dog's too scary.
Okay.
That is kind of... But to be fair, some of the later Harry Potter movies are actually scary.
Yeah.
In a way.
I'm trying to get Em into watching it.
Oh. Is she just too young?
No, she's into it. I get so tired. They're so long.
That's why I love them. I'll watch them with her.
Good. Here,
That's
she
fucking
can
rad.
She can sleep over here for next month.
You will have to send her with like some Benadryl. Some bennies in case I get tired.
These are for Auntie Rel.
No, I get tired without the bennies. The bennies are for her when I'm tired of babysitting. I'm just kidding, everyone. I don't drug children.
No, there's melatonin gummies for that. Those work.
Don't those, like, mess up their REM cycle, though? I heard melatonin fucks with your REM cycle.
I'm sure it does, but, like, you just give them more melatonin.
What if they become dependent on melatonin and it's the only way they can fall asleep is with those stupid gummies?
What if they crawl into your bed every night and leech onto your back like an octopus in the ocean, and then you sweat so much you have to peel them off of you in the morning?
That's really visual.
Okay.
I saw everything.
Yeah.
Is that what it's like in your house?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like, I have a king-size bed. Why are you touching me?
Get to the end of the bed where the dog lays.
Somehow you're sweating all over me and kicking your dad.
I miss curling up in my parents' bed.
I know, like right in between. That's like the safest place in the world.
Yeah. Did get real hot, though.
Yeah. I
could always tell when they were, like, about to get jiggy with it, though. Because it was extra hot.
Ew. Ariel. That is the
I could
Christian
always tell when I was interrupting something.
family bed. Guess your parents had 4 kids.
4 kids. Very Christian. You know what? It actually is very Christian, though, because their beliefs are, like, just spread your seed all across the world into every single hole and just make as many babies as you can.
Ew.
Are you uncomfortable? That's what they want.
No. No. It is. Do you know how expensive it is to have a fucking baby?
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking expensive. And then they're like, oh, do you want to do this extra test? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And they're like, hey, it's like $300. And you're like, oh, well, never mind then, guys. And then they're like, oh, okay, well, actually.
I'll do it the old-fashioned way. I'll have my baby out by a tree. Just squat in the grass.
Seriously. I'm like.
You should try a home birth this time around. Actually, you probably shouldn't because of your complications with your last pregnancy, right?
I don't know.
Isn't that a thing?
Yeah.
You'll probably have to get another C-section.
I'm having a C-section. It's going to be scheduled.
I
know.
Everything's good, though?
Everything's grand. They do want me to go get a fetal echocardiogram.
For the heart?
Yeah, for the baby's heart. Because of a certain medicine I take. I honestly just think it's because they can charge me more money. I'm telling you, like, every time I like turn around, they're like, here's a bill and another bill and another bill and another bill. And I'm like,
And it's not covered by your health insurance?
I mean, even though it is, I still have a copay. I don't know how I spend so much money. And then they're like, you still haven't met your deductible. And what the fuck's the difference between a copay and a deductible? I don't fucking know. But why do you just keep asking me for fucking money? And I'm just going to keep fucking giving it to you.
Our medical system is so fucked.
Yeah, what's the other option?
Stop having babies.
But did you see that picture I sent you?
I was very confused. She just sent me a picture of a baby's bottom half. Clothed. It was like his legs and feet. And I was like...
But it was so cute.
I'm like...
Don't even act like you weren't like...
I'm just like out there mowing the lawn. And I'm just like... Is that why I haven't seen her? Did she have the baby? I was like... Matt, what do you think this is? And he's just like, it's a baby. And I'm like... Yeah, but why did she send it to me? She just sent me this picture with nothing else.
That's
like, is this a blanket she wants? Does she like those pants?
Yeah. Those are from my registry.
Okay, that makes me feel bad. Because I was just like, am I supposed to pass this along to Kenzie so she can crochet her this blanket that's in the background? Like, I don't know what this is.
And
she's just like, I just like baby toes. Those were really long, though. They were more like baby fingers on your feet. Those are really long toes. Look at that picture again.
And it's fine. You're wrong. Because it was the cutest thing ever. I saw it at work and squealed. Yeah, I was going through my baby's registry at work.
What else are you supposed to do?
Make a schedule?
Finish writing your story? Fuck your schedules. They have auto schedule. Just do it that way.
Yeah. You know, every time that they improve the auto scheduling, it just makes more work for me. I just don't fucking understand their fucking method.
Sound about right.
And I'll have like everything perfect, and they're like, okay, well, actually, this and this and this, and I'm like, okay, and then they do it, and it just screws up everything that I have, and then I get fucking called on a Saturday, and they're like, why isn't your schedule published? And I'm like, It was published before you updated the system. Why are you calling me on a Saturday, all concerned because what? The freaking people that give us money are going to see that we don't have a schedule prepared correctly? God.
You sounded just like Alexis.
Rose?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, what other one? No other Alexises exist.
There's Alexa that my mom yells at all the time.
Oh, I also yell at her.
It reminds me of my mom every time I hear you say that.
The funny thing is like sometimes we just have such a love-hate relationship. Like sometimes I'll come home from work and I'm just like, Alexa, please turn on the kitchen light. Like, why am I saying please to a robot? And then like she'll turn the light on and I'll be like, thank you, Alexa. And she'll be like, what did you want? And I'll be like, nothing, you dumb whore. All right, what time are we at? You're going to be editing this for 10 years.
1 hour and 6 minutes.
All right. Boom. End it. Bye. Later.
I'm really out of breath.
I know you are. Are you okay?
Was it because I was yelling?
Probably.
Okay.
You were very heated, Alexis. I'm a little bit Alexis. All right. Follow us on not Facebook. What's the other one? Instagram and TikTok.
Fearful Friends Podcast. And send us your stories too.
Fearfulfriendspodcast@gmail.com.
Bye.
Bye.